During the exam, the girl discovered something terrifying. She noticed that the exam questions were identical to the mock test. She could hardly believe her eyes. Was she having hallucinations? Until she turned around and took a look. She confirmed it wasn't an illusion. She quickly told Linda, who was sitting behind her. However, surprisingly, Linda still couldn't solve the questions. But just then, a blackboard eraser came flying. Obviously, their conversation was caught by the proctor. To help Linda pass the exam, she finished the test in just 1 minute. Then, when the proctor wasn't looking, she seized the chance to switch from pencil to pen. Then she wrote the answers directly on the eraser. She turned around to signal Linda that the answers were on the eraser. Linda was overjoyed. Then Mary took off her left shoe, and quickly threw the eraser into the shoe. Linda held her breath, afraid of being caught. However, at that moment, they sensed that the proctor noticed something. They were terrified. But surprisingly, the proctor hadn't discovered anything. They finally breathed a sigh of relief. But it wasn't over yet. The worst was yet to come. Linda took off her right shoe, but due to using too much force, the shoe flew into the aisle. They panicked instantly. Fortunately, the proctor hadn't noticed yet. At this critical moment, Mary had a bold idea. She quickly grabbed the exam paper from her desk, then walked straight to the podium, while the proctor looked completely confused. Unexpectedly, Mary deliberately asked a childish question. "Do we need to write our names on the draft paper?" The teacher asked if she had never taken a test before. Mary took the chance to block the proctor's view. Seeing this, Linda quickly took out some erasers from inside. When Linda saw all the answers, she was overjoyed. At this moment, Mary secretly glanced at Linda. Sure enough, Linda got excellent grades. She happily invited Mary to go swimming. Little did she know, this action completely changed Mary's fate. Later that night, Linda introduced her rich boyfriend to Mary. Linda had already told her boyfriend everything, but the boyfriend also wanted Mary to help him with the exam, because then he could own the latest sports car. The rich kid emphasized $3,000 per time, and he even introduced his rich friends to her. This way, one exam could earn enough for a year's tuition. This immediately tempted Mary, who came from a poor family. So the next day she gathered the rich kids for training. But this time she changed her strategy and didn't use erasers. Instead, she used piano-playing gestures to represent different answers. This was not only quick to recognize, but also harder to detect. Soon came the final exam. Mary was waving different hand gestures. The rich kids happily wrote down the answers. As expected, the rich kids all achieved their desired grades. This not only made Mary famous, but also attracted many followers. However, something terrible happened next. When the next big exam came, the rich kids were confidently waiting for answers as usual. Unexpectedly, Mary's face turned pale. It turned out that to prevent cheating, the school had changed the test into versions A and B, and the two versions had completely different questions. This really puzzled Mary, because she only had one copy of the test paper. But then something strange happened.